Hey guys, it's Nate, aka the Foot Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. We just watched the official FC27 trailer release, and there is a whole bunch of information that has just come out. Along with this, we got some news about Ultimate Team, the gallery. We have some news about the grounds, the new kind of pro clubs related open world mode with a FIFA Street sort of vibe. And we have news about how much this game is going to cost. And spoiler, if you haven't seen it already, this is going to be the most expensive FC ever. Yes, it is true. We're going even more than the price of GTA 6 for the Ultimate Plus edition of this game. We're going to break it down today and look into everything. And of course, guys, there is going to be still another video tonight, normal time on the channel, with everything related to footies, because there is so much information right now. We just needed to mix it up between what is going on in FC27 news with, of course, what is coming up with footies tomorrow on Friday. So if you're excited for FC27, or maybe if you're not, but you're just here to learn about FC27, drop a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and drop a little hype on the video as well. Now, this is the trailer. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen it. I don't want to just watch it over again and talk about it because we've all seen it. It's on EA's YouTube channel. You can watch even me react to it here on the YouTube channel as well. We uploaded a short, and we had the live stream yesterday as well. They really focused a lot on the AI in terms of gameplay. There wasn't a lot of gameplay in this, but they talked a lot about AI attacking and defending, and then they added some Arsenal set piece tactics here with like a two-part set piece thing that is a part of this. But I digress. We're starting to talk about the trailer when we need to talk about the other most interesting things. Guys, the pre-orders are out for this game, and as it was leaked, there are 3 editions of the game this year. There is a standard edition, which is your normal priced, regular, no early access edition of the game with minimal, rewards on top of that. There is a ultimate edition, and then there is the Ultimate Plus edition. And the Ultimate and Ultimate Plus editions, they share a lot of the same pre-order rewards, but there definitely is a bigger boost in that Ultimate Plus edition. Let's talk about it, right? Of course, for both the Ultimate and Ultimate Plus editions, you get the 7 days early access, according to the EA website here, beginning on September 18th. And I think one of the best things that I've read so far about all this pre-order content is that none of it is delayed or deferred. It is all dropping on September 18th. We've had years in the past where we had to wait a couple weeks for stuff to come out. No, all this stuff is straight up on the drop of the game. Now, you see, with the Ultimate Plus edition, you get 10,000 FC points, and similar to previous years, those are spread out. Last year at the beginning of FC26 with the Ultimate Edition, we had 6,000 FC points that were given out. That's actually the exact same amount that will be given through the regular Ultimate Edition this year as well. They give them out in segments of 2K points at a time. So you get 2K points when you log in, then you got 2K points in October, and then 2K in November. If you guys remember this last year, actually, they messed it up. They released the points about 2 weeks too early for that second drop. We'll have to see if they do that again this year, but it sounds like the wordage that they're using in the pre-order description, we've been reading through kind of the small fine print text on EA's website, the disclaimer document here. It sounds like that these FC points are going to be given out in the exact same way in a monthly increment. So basically, you'll be getting 2,000 FC points per month for the first 4 months of the game. One drop of 2,000 right away, and then 4 2,000 points per drop drops after that. And if you're getting the regular just Ultimate Edition, you will only be getting 6,000 points, so you'll get the initial drop plus 2 more. Now, we're getting an 85 plus overall international icon player item guaranteed as well. You can see here this is both for the Ultimate Edition and the Ultimate Plus Edition. So I don't think this is the exact card design, but what this should remind you of are the icons that we got last year. These were the debut icons when they dropped at the beginning of FC26. And of course, these cards were packable day one. We opened our packs, we got our cards, and they upgraded later on into the year to the Champions versions. Guess what? That exact same thing is happening this year with these cards. We get this 85 plus pack right away, and then it upgrades at the end of November. As you can see here, this isn't being talked a lot about, but the international icon player items will be available September 18th and will be upgraded to champion versions by November 30th, which probably means whoever is released as a champion icon won't have any promo icon versions released until then, because if I do remember correctly, none of these cards had new versions that came out until their champion version came out into packs. I think that was during like Black Friday or a little bit after Black Friday when those cards did come out. So that's cool. I mean, it's always nice to get a guaranteed icon. And of course, you don't have to get the Ultimate Plus, most expensive version of this game to get that. Now, something that is exclusive to that Ultimate Plus edition only is this Hall of Foot player pick. And actually, we're excited for this, or I'm excited for this, because of the introduction of these Hall of Foot player items into this game. These are the official stats for that player pick. And actually, this is really helpful for you to decide whether or not you want to go above and beyond and get that Ultimate Plus edition of the game. Because these are official stats and the exact cards that we will be getting from that player pick. It is a 1 of 5 player pick, but these are the specific 5 players that are in that pick. It's not like you have a whole promo team of these new Hall of Foot cards that you get to choose from. It is a 1 of 5, and you get to take 1 of these 5. Now, right away, I look at that Dos Santos card, and I see a card that is very good for an 84 rated item. Again, these are cards that are going to drop day 1. Having a playstyle plus on a card day 1 is actually pretty impressive. Most of the stats on these don't look that amazing. Again, they're 84 or 85 rated, but like I take a look at that Akinfenwa card, and that looks like a silver, okay? 88 physical, that's nice. But his next highest stat is 80 shooting, and that's kind of the card that I feel the most connected with out of this nostalgic group of throwback FIFA players. That's the whole reason these Hall of Foot cards are being added to the game. That's the card that I connect with the most. But man, the stats on Dos Santos look the best. Loic Remy looks pretty good as well. Fellaini could be decent because he's got the hair trait. And who knows, maybe we'll have a heading meta in FC27. And then Elia looks okay for the 91 pace and the rapid plus that he has as well. Now, I will say, out of these 3 players I just mentioned, Remy, Akinfenwa, and Fellaini, they can all be lengthy. If that's still a thing in FC27, which I think it could be, those cards are all 6'1" or taller, so they could be lengthy. Maybe factor that into your decision there. Dos Santos definitely looks the most meta, but those cards also don't look as crazy. Like, even if I compare them to the icon cards that we were able to get last year, these were 85s and 86 rateds, and those cards have much better stats on at least most of them. Like the Iniesta's got 86 pass and dribble with 80 pace. You know, Cece was a very common card to pack from that pre-order pack last year, and she has pretty solid stats. Chaboom has very solid stats, like better for sure than Remy and then Fellaini and the Akinfenwa, I would personally say. So for me, that's one of the only things that is exclusive to the Ultimate Plus edition. Is that worth the spend? Is that worth the extra spend over the Ultimate Edition? Now, also with the Ultimate Plus, to keep it moving here, we get the first 5 premium season passes for included. They're not free. They're included in the pre-order, so that's actually a bit of savings there. We'll talk about that. And then you get the, of course, the extra Ultimate Edition Evo slot for both Ultimate Editions. You get a 93 Plus for both editions, and then you get a physical boost in the Ultimate Plus edition only. Now, I want to pull up a tweet that I posted on my account that kind of breaks down the prices of these 2 Ultimate Editions and what you get, and really if this is worth it or not. So the Ultimate Plus edition, since we haven't talked about prices yet, but you guys maybe have seen, it is $149. Now it's a little bit discounted actually. Like if I went into the PlayStation Store and looked at it, it's not showing here on the PlayStation Store website, but since I have FC26, I do not have EA Play, but since I do have FC26, it says that it's like 10% off right now for the Ultimate and the Ultimate Plus edition. So check that out if you're looking to get the game as well. That might be a little cheaper to get it inside of the actual PlayStation Store. But for $149, $50 more than the regular Ultimate Edition, you're getting 4 additional season passes, premium passes, which is a $40 value. You're getting 4,000 more FC points, which is a $34-ish value. And then you're getting that 1 of 5 Hall of Foot player pick, which now we know, you know, it looks okay. Yeah, sure, these cards down the line for Evos could be really fun, and that's what I see as the potential future fun with that Akinfenwa card, or maybe the Dos Santos, but is that really worth the extra $50 for you? Technically, you're getting $74 of value plus that Hall of Foot card, but it really comes down to how much are you going to play the game? If this is like your sole game that you play almost year round and you don't really mess with too much else, then it could be worth it to get the Ultimate Plus Edition. But if you're going to be like, Nate, I'm not going to be locked in through Team of the Year, and I say through Team of the Year in this post and right now because based on the first 5 premium season passes being included with the pre-order, that should take you through Team of the Year and maybe even a little bit longer. I went back to check in this last FC26 Team of the Year, we were at the end of Season 4 while Team of the Year was going on. So Season 5 being a premium pass that is included with this pre-order should take you through then maybe even into like February a little bit. So if you're going to play consistently in the game continually that long, I could see this being worth it because you do get some extra value from paying more. You get more value. Again, you're paying $50 to get $74 worth of actual premium content and points. Then plus you're getting that pick on top of it. So I can say that's worth it. But also if you're going to play some GTA 6, if you're not going to be as tapped in like every single week to FC27, then I would say it's not worth it. Like I am not going to sit here and say, oh, this is the best version of the game because it's the most expensive and it gives the best rewards. No, you got to do what is best for you. 100%. You got to decide on that. Now I will say there is a bit of a time constraint when it comes to these pre-orders, guys, because as you can see here, it is by August 31st that you need to pre-order either the Ultimate or the Ultimate Plus Edition so that you get all of the rewards. I believe if you don't pre-order by then, you won't get the 85 plus overall international icon player pack, which is one of the biggest reasons to pre-order apart from the 7 days early access. That's a pretty big deal. Getting an icon to add into your team at that stage of the game when everybody is using low rated gold cards, that's a pretty big deal. So make sure that if you are planning to get the game, you don't wait too long. And also, we're going to be doing giveaways here on the streams, in the Twitch stream, in the YouTube stream. Come by on Friday. So we'll be doing this tomorrow, and then every Friday leading up through the end of footies, basically into late August, we'll be giving away 2 copies of FC27 of the Ultimate Plus Edition to you guys in the stream, just as a way to say thank you for supporting me, watching the videos, and being a part of the community this last year of FC26. And we're not going to give out game codes. We'll just give out the cash to buy the game. So if you already have the game, don't go ahead and refund it because if you do win, that'll just be extra on top of what you've got. You'll get your money back for buying the game. And other than that, yeah, just a way for me to give back to you guys and say thank you. I'm honored to be able to do that and to help some of you guys out by getting the FC27 Ultimate Plus Edition. Now, a couple things about the Ultimate Plus Edition right here. It was tweeted by Weaver because he was reading in the fine print text here on the EA disclaimer website that if you have EA Play Pro and you're on a PC, you will not get the Ultimate Plus Edition. You will only be getting the Ultimate Edition. So you still get some good pre-order rewards there, but that actually is really frustrating if you're a PC gamer. That EA Play Pro membership is supposed to give you the best of the best, allegedly. I don't have it. I'm not super, in the know about it, but that's what it's supposed to do for all the EA games. And unfortunately, that does not give you the Ultimate Plus Edition, just the regular Ultimate Edition. And the last thing that we got to talk about is, I think there's even been some recent tweets about this. There was tweets about Mbappe being a part of the pre-order. FIFA Trading Romania a while back said that, Mbappe is going to be free in the pre-order. Get a temporary Mbappe themed boost for your avatar's stats is what he's talking about here. Guys, the Mbappe that they're giving out, if we go back to the pre-order page here, it says right here in the grounds, this is the grounds Mbappe, tier 3 amps inspired by Mbappe. Pre-order the standard edition to get a temporary Mbappe themed boost to your avatar's stats. So no, we are not getting an Mbappe card in Ultimate Team. This is not Ultimate Team related. We barely even talked about this when we mentioned some of the FC27 pre-order leaks a couple days ago because, let's be honest, guys. There's no way that EA would be giving us all an Mbappe card to start off the year. That would be absolutely crazy. So no free Mbappes, but there is going to be some sort of the grounds involvement with Mbappe. We'll talk about the grounds a bit more in a second. Let me talk about what we learned from the trailer in terms of the gallery and then a little bit about the grounds as well. So these are some of the pictures that were posted on EA's website about kind of what they're advertising as the biggest feature coming to Ultimate Team. It is the gallery, a collection book, kind of like a way to show off your club. It looks like here there's going to be these different ways to display your cards. You see it there, Football Ultimate Team. EA's got the foot graphic in here as well. You see this table. It's like a mini pitch with some seats on the side, and you got some other cards, and it kind of sets them up kind of like their actual in real life cards. You got some guys on the bench as well on this super nice looking table. Then you got some other displays. You have a hallway. Like there's some other pictures that show a hallway walking into that room. It looks very interesting. It looks like they're very much leaning into the collectibles space of like in real life cards, treating these cards that we have on Ultimate Team as collectible items and not just something that we pack and then put into an SBC or quick sell, but something that we like. It matters more, I guess, right? Here's some more news about it, confirmed from the EA website today. Complete player sets. These can be past, present player items, categories like clubs, leagues, nations, or FUT promos. You get a grade for each set, and there are gallery levels, which some of the other leaks that we looked at and things that we learned about the gallery, there are levels to which you get rewards. So as you complete sets, which when I hear the word sets, I think about Madden, and I think about the way that they have sets. If you guys play Madden, it's like an SBC, but it also is like this, where you collect the cards from a certain team or a certain nation in an Ultimate Team sense for us with football, or maybe different cards from different promos and stuff like that. And you kind of collect those cards and then you get progress for collecting those. But allegedly as well, like we've heard, if you collect a card, put it into the set and then put it into an SBC or maybe even quick sell it, you still get credit for having that card. So we have a lot to learn about this gallery, and hopefully we're going to learn a lot about it here in the next upcoming number of weeks as we have deep dives and information about all of that. One of the things that was actually shown in relation to the gallery was some stats on some Real Madrid players, including Mbappe. Mbappe is showing in the FC27 trailer right now as having -1 pace, +1 shooting, and all of his other stats, including his playstyle plus, being exactly the same. So that is really interesting there. I would take all of those rating tweets that you see with a pinch of salt because I doubt any of these ratings are confirmed yet. Here's another one here. FC27 ratings from the trailer. You've got Chouameni getting a playstyle plus. You've got Trent and Rudiger going down. Courtois up. Bellingham down -1. After the World Cup Bellingham had, I think the World Cup's going to weigh heavily on a lot of the overall ratings that we see this year. I'm a little surprised by that. Pedri +1, Thompson, Rio and Gamoa +4. We'll see, right? Don't put too much stock in these ratings yet. We have a lot of time to discuss ratings before FC27 actually comes out. Now, a couple more things information-wise about the trailer and about the game that we learned today. The grounds game mode will have 3 mentors that Mbappe that we mentioned, 4 mentors. Mbappe, Chloe Kelly, Paulo Dybala, and Alex Hunter. I was shocked if you guys saw my reaction to the trailer. Like right at the end, it cuts to Alex Hunter, and I'm like, he's back. The grounds mentors you can see there. So it kind of shows you the POV of you walking up to Alex Hunter, shaking his hand, and in some sort of mentorship type of way, those players will help you level up your card or they will teach you stuff. This grounds mode is feeling like open world story mode. It's got an online component. It's got an offline component. The more that we talk about it and the more that we learn about it. So that is pretty interesting. We'll have to see what other pieces of news and information we get surrounding that as well. Now, last thing about FC27, beta codes are already being sent out, I guess. So with this tweet here, Weaver is mentioning how you can set your account up to be eligible for the beta. You got to open your account settings, which is at this location here. Or if you just go to ea.com and sign in, or like the web app, you can click on your profile in the top right and go to your account settings. And that way, you're going to change your region to UK or US and select EA Sports FC as your favorite title and enable email notifications. This is like the earliest closed beta email time I think I've ever seen, because usually it's not until August where we see that sort of news, or maybe it's very, very late July. Maybe with the World Cup this year, it's been pushed back further than I realized. But I think that's interesting that those are already getting out there. So if you want to get the FC27 beta, you might not, but you might as well set your account up in that way to get that. Now, a couple more things. All that we talked about right there was kind of confirmed information. This is leak information, although we just did see a card design for the icons on the EA website. Just to cover this really quickly, we have the Aguero icon. Again, predicted stats and everything, but Aguero is expected to be an icon in FC27. And then the Hulk hero, which Hulk is going to be a Hall of Foot card, but that is the card design for heroes. Hero designs, man, they don't miss. I'll be honest. That's a nice new upgrade there for the hero design. And then the Aguero, the icon design, I think looks decent. Of course, once we get promo designs later on throughout the year, it goes crazy. But I do like the edges of this card. It looks a bit more regal. Again, a small, detail-driven part there to the game. But nothing super crazy. And then here are some alleged screenshots from that open world mode. Remember in the standard edition cover that we looked at in yesterday's video, there was that big white football looking dome that was in the middle that had the holes in it where you could walk out. I think this is like the central hub when you get into the grounds. That's kind of what it looks like. You're getting like a third person shot here behind your avatar, behind your pro clubs player. As you can see there from that shot. Here's like a map kind of looking shot where you've got a Rush Stadium. You've got a team keep away, a 3v3 balloon ball. You've got 1v1 classic. You've got a whole bunch of different types of game modes and a whole bunch of different stuff going on here. Very small map, it looks like, but maybe you have to walk to different parts to unlock it as well. Parkside, Montclair. Those were names of different parts of the city of the open world mode, the grounds that were also in the trailer. Another picture there. And then, yeah, there's the bicycle into the basketball hoop. That looks like El Shaarawy kind of, and that looks a little bit like Balogun. It's hard to tell, but it definitely has a FIFA Street sort of vibe to it. That's really interesting. Like it's a mix of Volta, FIFA Street, and then also it's its own deal with open world. So I don't know. That mode for me is pretty interesting. It's very connected to pro clubs, as we learned through the trailer yesterday. But I'm really curious to see if there's anything related to Ultimate Team inside of that as well. You know, with Alex Hunter in the journey, there was some stuff where like you completed the journey and you got some packs, but it wasn't anything super good. So we'll see how much is involved there. But hopefully this video really shed some light for you on the different versions of the game after watching the trailer from today. It is a little confusing, of course. If you want to see this website that kind of compares and contrasts what you get from the different versions, I'll link this EA website down below. You can kind of see here the check marks and the X's for what's included with what edition of the game. But yeah, guys, let me know about FC27. What are you guys feeling? Are you thinking you're going to pick it up? Are you going to skip it? Are you going to get like the standard edition or the regular ultimate one? Or are you going to go for the ultimate plus? I'm going for the ultimate plus, of course, because, you know, it's a write-off and I want to have the biggest packs and the biggest rewards. It feels a bit weird saying that I want to get that because as somebody who's full RTG and doesn't spend FC points, it feels like buying that like increased tier of the game is also like it's almost like spending FC points. That's what's a bit weird for me. But that 1 of 5 pack with the Akinfenwa is a FIFA legend, man. And I love that card. And either him or Dos Santos, whoever I end up picking, I think that's worth it for me. And the fact that this is my job as well. So I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this. There wasn't really a whole lot of negative things. I keep adding on. There wasn't a whole lot of negative things to see from this trailer. They didn't address community feedback. We're listening to you, any of that in this one. They went very, like, let's just talk about new features. Actually, you know what? I just noticed right there. That was Aguero. That was Aguero in the crowd cheering on that Semenyo goal, wasn't it? Semenyo goal. Yeah, there's Aguero right there. I kind of missed that. That's crazy. Who else is in there that I'm not seeing right now? That's definitely Aguero, right? Yeah, it's definitely Aguero. Interesting. Anyway, guys, that's the video for me today. If you did enjoy it, drop a thumbs up on it. Comment below if you found a question. Of course, subscribe if you're new. See you guys in the footies video tomorrow. It's been Nate, TheFutAccountant. See you there. Peace out.